Hello, welcome. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lessons with Lauren, and I teach lessons that my inner child would absolutely love to learn. And this video is actually the first video of a new series that I'm starting that is called Ethereal Diaries. And I'm so excited because Ethereal Diaries is just going to be me talking about topics that I find so interesting. And it's kind of going to be like a diary or journal entry, which I absolutely love. And today's topic is going to be some out-of-body experiences and mystical experiences I've experienced. Because recently I have been watching a lot of Dr. Joe Dispenza, and I just really want to talk about some experiences that I've had. So if you don't know, I'm a reality shifter. And with reality shifting, for me at least, comes a lot of out-of-body experiences, lucid dreaming vibes, astral projection vibes, void, state akin to sleep, all that kind of shit. And I've discovered that it can actually be very healing. Like, not even just like reality shifting, but the shifting symptoms and the void, and oh my god, I'm gonna talk about it today. So, just like any Lessons with Lauren video, I kind of have to give you guys a fit check, obviously. So, I don't know if you can see, but I have a fucking bow. It's lit. And I'm not gonna trip on the thing over here. So, I'm wearing leggings and this pretty shirt and my pretty bralette. Those kind of vibes. And Betsy is behind me. She's with us in this video. And yeah, I love this color. I love this shirt color. I love this shirt. Anyways, so the first thing that I'm going to talk about is symptoms and how they make me feel. Now, if you don't know what shifting is when essentially you are moving your consciousness to a completely different reality. And some people refer to shifting with manifesting, but other people refer to it as like going to Hogwarts. Okay, so there's kind of two kinds of shifting, but like same shit, different shapes, you know what I mean? There's one where you can go to Hogwarts and experience it there and date fucking Draco. And then there's another one where essentially you shift your reality, where you shift to a reality where your manifestation exists, kind of vibe. How you shift realities, and I'm mainly talking about the Hogwarts one. This is how I essentially shift realities. I get into a meditative state, get into SATS, which is a state akin to sleep, when your body's awake, your body's asleep, but your mind is awake, and you're aware that your body is asleep. It's a really cool feeling, first of all. And then I get into the void, and then I get shifting symptoms, okay? And what shifting symptoms are is when you are... Okay, listen, picture this if you can. Because it's so mystical and out of this world, it's actually crazy. It feels like you are nothing. Okay, when you're in the void, you feel like you are only consciousness awareness. Like you're a soul, I guess, essentially. Oh, Betsy's gotta make her bed. There we go. You are only awareness in this fucking black universe. Like, you are in nothingness, and you're just floating in it. Time doesn't exist. Space doesn't exist. Only you exist there. Okay? It's like almost scary because it's unknown, but it just makes you so curious because it's so mysterious and you don't fucking know where you are because you're nowhere. Okay? It's crazy. And for me, when I'm shifting and I get to the void, I start to have shifting symptoms. And what shifting symptoms are is not only are you in the middle of nowhere, only consciousness awareness, you are literally, how I always explain it, it's like whooshing, okay? This is one shifting symptom that I always experience. It feels like you're doing Superman, okay? You're flying in the sky on Earth, okay? You're zooming. Except it's not the sky, it's the void, or the universe, or multiverse, or outer space, whatever you want to call it. And instead of wind hitting you, it is vibrations and frequencies maybe even hitting you, okay? So you are traveling, astral traveling through the multiverse. And that is exactly what it feels like. And it's so trippy. It's so cool and interesting. And it can be scary at times, especially if it's one of your first times doing it. Like, I was terrified the first 10 times that happened to me. But it's very interesting and it's so cool. I could talk about it for so long. But that's one of the shifting symptoms I get, and the other one is just tingles. That's what a lot of shifters refer to it as. It just feels like your whole body is like tingling, okay? And I've heard, especially from my sister, she says that sometimes the shifting symptoms, whether the tingles or the whooshing, it can get intense and it can hurt, okay? But this is where I don't relate. It's never hurt for me. It's never been too intense. Well, it's gotten intense, but like it doesn't physically or spiritually, I guess, hurt. But on the contrary, it feels so good. It feels so good. And this is where I think it's so cool and so interesting. And Dr. Joe Dispenza kind of like talked about it because I was watching this video. I'll link it down below. It's from the School of Greatness. And he was interviewing Dr. Joe Dispenza, and Dr. Dispenza was talking about if people were to go, and what he seemed to be explaining seemed to be like the void, but if people were to go to somewhere where time doesn't exist, space doesn't exist, where your senses don't exist, so basically the void, and you just become this nothingness, it's very like, not uplifting, but it's kind of like a slap in the face, honestly. It's like, oh my god, life is crazy. And it kind of makes you more grateful in a way. Anyways, he explained it very well. I highly recommend watching that video. It's so interesting. I was working out this morning and I was just listening to it because it was so cool. One thing that I connected with my experiencing shifting symptoms is that when I come back from experiencing shifting symptoms, like the whooshing and the tingles, in the void, I come back to my original reality and my physical body feels like it was massaged. It feels like I just did yoga 10 times. Like it feels so soothed and relaxed. And I just found it so interesting. Since some people, like my sister, experience symptoms sometimes and they're too intense and they like hurt almost. But I think she also said that it's soothing too afterward, but anyways. But I found that so interesting. So it's like, I'm in the void, right? And vibrations are hitting me. And I'm traveling through outer space in the multiverse. I don't even fucking know where I am, right? I'm only consciousness. And I feel tingles around me too. But it's like, not my physical body that I feel this on. It's my astral body. Like, it's my consciousness. Once I come back to my body is soothed. And it's like, how does that work? I don't get it. So that's something that I just found super, super interesting about shifting. And I know some people are like, bitch, I don't care about that stuff. I just want to shift to my desired reality. But for me, shifting is just like this interesting research project and I just need to learn more. So it's just this cool thing. I don't know. Let me geek out, okay? Not only that, but something else that kind of has to do with it is when I mini shifted, I call it a full shift because I was like there for 10 seconds. It was really cool. But just in case you're curious, I have never fully shifted before. I know it's kind of crazy. Like, I seem like such a bro. But it has not been my time yet. But it exists in my future. So anyways, I shifted for 10 seconds. And when that happened, when I became aware that I was indeed in a completely different space at a completely different time, in a different reality, my original reality felt very far away. So, for example, where I mini shifted to was in the 1800s, okay? And it's this anime that I really enjoy. And it's called The Case Study of Vanitas. And I really connect with it. Not because there's vampires in it. I'm not that kind of bitch. Okay? I'm not a Twilight girl. Okay? But I really connect with it because it's based in the 1800s. Like, bitch, don't even fuck with me. I'm so obsessed with them. Oh my god, with them. With the 1800s. I I just love it. I'm sorry. I just love the 1800s. And it's also not only in the 1800s, but it's in France, which I've always wanted to visit. I love the architecture. I love the art. I love all the old artists there, like Claude Monet. Oh my god, I love his art. Don't get me started. Okay? So I feel very connected to that desired reality. And don't even get me started on the fucking fashion bitch, because I will go off. Okay? This bow, it's not enough for me. I need a fucking gown, bitch. Okay? Anyways. So I have a really deep connection to that DR, and I learned a lot of skills there, and I'm very excited to experience it. So that's what kind of connects me to that DR. When I mini shifted there, my original reality felt very far. Okay? And it almost felt like when you're on a vacation, kind of. I've been on one vacation out of the country. I've been to Punta Cana and loved it. It was literally like so mystical for me. I got to see the ocean for the first time. It was so cool. I have a little vlog. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I have a little vlog if you want to watch it. Anyways, but it kind of feels like you're on vacation, and like, you know that your original reality, aka your home, is far away in distance. Okay? But when you are in your desired reality, like I was, when I was in the case study of Vanitas, 1800s, fucking France, I was in not only a different place, like at a distance that way, but I was also at a different time, in a whole different reality. So my original reality felt very far. Okay, very, very, very far. And I just found that so interesting, which kind of proves, to me at least, that, oh, holy fuck, this is real. Like, I felt shifting symptoms going on my way there, which to me represents the action of shifting, which is like me traveling, like the airplane going to Dominican Republic. Shifting is the airplane, okay? The shifting symptoms. Okay? You get it? And now my original reality is at a very, very far distance in space and time away from me, where I currently am aware of. Okay? And that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. And at first I was like, oh my god, where's my mom? I want my mom. Where's Betsy? Like, where's Pingu? What the fuck? And then, you know what else happened? My 5 senses started to sense. Okay? And it was so cool. And again, so interesting. I know, I'm a fucking nerd. I love this shit. Okay? I started feeling that I was on a different bed. And I started smelling that old lady smell from the 1800s. Like, it was there, bitch. It was potent. And I was like, oh. Like a thrift store vibe, you know what I mean? And then I could also hear. And I heard my comfort character whisper to me and talk to me. Which is insane. Absolutely insane. When you are so excited. It's crazy. When you're so excited to meet someone from something that you really connect to, like a piece of art, like the anime, that you really connect to, and you meet them, and you hear them, like, that's so cool. It's insane. Insane how cool it is. And he was like, actually, like, I could actually hear him, and I could sense him, that there was like a body here. Like, I was sitting up on the bed like this, okay? And he was on the side of the bed, standing, whispering in my ear. And I could hear what he was saying. Crazy. Crazy. It was so cool. And I was like, oh my god, I'm actually here. And you know, I started having my own thoughts, which meant that I was like getting more grounded. At least that's what I believe. And if you're interested in that mini shift, I made a whole video about it. So you can go check that out if you like. But that was just so interesting to me, how I didn't create a reality. I essentially chose one to become aware of. That's what everyone always says, and how they explain shifting is, it's when you become aware of a different reality or of a different body. You know, you aren't shifting your whole physical body to a different reality. What you're doing is your awareness, your consciousness, okay? And your consciousness and your mind, whatever you want to call it, it's fucking infinite. And you can do so many things with it, including reality shifting. So fucking do it. Just kidding. And another thing, when I was there, it was kind of foggy. Like, I wasn't super, super, super grounded, and I couldn't see anything. So if you guys have ever fully shifted, or if you've ever, like, opened your eyes and you saw your desired reality, or saw something, let me know, because I'm very interested in it. Because that's something that I need to work on is, well, one of the senses that I need to work on is seeing, like, sight. So I would be very interested to know. That is my journal entry for today. And this is so much fun. I love this unscripted podcast vibe. Okay, so let me know if you like this too. And if you have any questions or any other topics that you'd like me to talk about, it can be specific as fuck, I don't care. Let me know, and it can be for the next series in this video. And as for when I post on this series, I kind of want to post more frequently. Like, right now I'm doing a video every week, but, like, maybe I should post, like, twice a week. I don't know. Am I getting, like, crazy? Am I feeling crazy? I don't know. Okay. I have a beau, so probably. Alright, my love. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, because I love talking about this stuff. It's so interesting to me. And I just want to take this time to give a shout out to the paid Patreon members on my Patreon, which is so cool. It's so crazy. Oh my god. So I have my laptop here. And the first one is myself when real. That's their username. Thank you for joining my Patreon. And Lou, thank you. I already texted you. Lou or Lucia, thank you so much for joining my Patreon. And Elle, thank you so much for joining my Patreon. And if you want to join, my Patreon is down in the description. I do shoutouts, like I said, and I do a lot of polls and stuff on there too, so you can be more a part of the channel, and it just supports me financially, which is always appreciated. And right now I only have one tier, but I am looking into making another one and, like, maybe doing some cool activities. Like, I'm kind of excited. So yeah. And if you want to follow me on TikTok, I post a lot on my story on there. And I also have a Pinterest with cool boards, and a Wattpad with cool blogs, and a Discord where we have a group chat where we talk about spirituality, manifesting, reality shifting, anything you want to talk about. I think I'm done. So again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you to my Patreons, because this is kind of crazy. Like, I feel like I'm an influencer. Like, what the fuck? This is all I've ever wanted. So I very much appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here and just for existing, because oh my fucking god, you're angelic, you're beautiful, I love you. I literally love you. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, bye.